Hello friends, welcome to EC Academy. In this lecture, we will understand silicon controlled rectifier, which is commonly known as SCR. Since it is made up of silicon semiconducting material, it is made up of silicon semiconducting material. In the name we are having silicon here, so it is used for AC to DC conversion, which is rectifier. Since we can control how much amount of signal should be converted from AC to DC, so hence in the name controlled rectifier. So we call this as silicon controlled rectifier due to its material as well as the ability to control the AC to DC conversion. Now let us see the construction of silicon controlled rectifier. It consists of 4 layers of semiconducting material. So it consists of a P region, next it is N region, again there is a P region and N region. So there is a junction between this P and N. We will call that junction as J1, and there is a junction between this N and P. We will call that as J2, and there is a junction which is formed between this P and N region. We will call that as J3. It is having 3 terminals. So the terminal towards P region we will call that as anode. The terminal towards N region we will call that as cathode, and there is one more terminal we will call that as gate. Now let us see its symbol. The symbol is similar to the symbol of the diode, but it is having one extra terminal which is a gate terminal, which we have written here, and similar to the normal semiconductor diode, it is having an anode terminal towards P region and cathode terminal towards N region. Now let us see the working of silicon controlled rectifier. So the working of SCR can be divided into 3 modes: forward blocking mode, forward conduction mode and reverse blocking mode. Now let us understand the forward blocking mode. So before going to forward blocking mode, you need to remember there are 3 junctions, J1, J2 and J3. Always all the junction should be forward bias so that the SCR should conduct. So the condition for the conduction of SCR is all the 3 junction should be forward bias. So this is the very important condition you need to remember. So remember that all the 3 junction should be forward bias for the conduction of SCR. Now in forward blocking mode, we will apply the forward voltage to the SCR, which means the anode terminal is connected to positive and the cathode terminal is connected to negative. Now due to this connection, you can see junction J1 is forward bias, right? So it is positive here, negative for this N region. So that's why junction J1 is forward bias. Junction J2 will be a reverse bias because this N region positive terminal is connected, for this P region negative terminal is connected. Junction J2 is reverse bias. Junction J3 will be forward bias because positive is connected to P region and negative is connected to N region. So you can see junction J1 is forward bias, junction J2 is forward bias, but junction J3 is reverse bias. Hence the SCR will not conduct. So as we keep on increasing the forward voltage here, right? So there will be a small current that will be flowing through the SCR. So that current will not increase even if we increase the forward voltage. This mode is known as the forward blocking mode. Now let us see the forward conduction mode. In forward conduction mode, anode and cathode will be forward bias. This voltage will be retained, but we'll apply one more voltage between gate and cathode. We'll apply positive voltage towards gate and negative voltage towards the cathode. We'll apply positive voltage to gate. So this will make the junction which was reverse bias J2. So this will make the junction J2 as forward bias. When we apply positive voltage to gate and we keep forward bias between anode and cathode, junction J1, J2 and J3, all the three junctions will be forward bias. So it will satisfy this condition. So hence the voltage, forward voltage across the SCR will drop, the voltage will drop, and it will start conducting current linearly. So this is known as the forward conduction mode. Now we will understand the reverse blocking mode. So in reverse blocking mode, the anode is connected to negative terminal of an external voltage source and the cathode will be connected to positive terminal of an external voltage source. So this will make the SCR in reverse bias condition. So under this condition, junction J1 will be reverse bias, negative connected to P side, positive connected to N side. Junction J2 will be forward bias because negative connected to N side, positive is connected to P side. So this will make junction J2 as forward bias, and junction J3 will be reverse bias. You can see here, so negative connected to P and positive connected to N region. So this will not satisfy. You can see junction J1 is reverse bias, junction J3 is reverse bias, junction J2 is forward bias. So this will not satisfy this condition where all the three junctions should be forward bias. Under this condition, as we keep on increasing the reverse voltage, there will be a small amount of current that will be flowing through the SCR. So that current will be independent of applied voltage as we keep on increasing the reverse voltage, and if we apply reverse voltage above the permissible level, so junction breakdown will occur and the SCR conducts high current, and this region is known as the reverse blocking mode. Hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.